What people need to do to take this first step down a weight loss journey and never look back is to commit to change. I'm going to get committed to change. I've committed to change for my weight. I've committed to it a long time ago. I was way heavier in my younger days, and I've made a lot of changes, and I'm still making changes the older I get because it's becoming harder and harder to lose weight. But it's a journey worth taking. I'm a fairly active man, and I can pretty much do anything I could when I was 18 years old. Just can't do it for very long. I run out of steam, but that's just my age. My endurance has fallen out. But once they make that commitment to the first step, all right, you made a decision. Now let's arm ourselves with some knowledge here. Let's arm ourselves with a well laid out executable plan that has some reproducible results that tends to work. Okay, let's make sense of this. Let's just don't do it because my neighbor down the street said, oh, get this medicine here, or go there and get these energy drinks here, or go do this. Oh, I've done that. Don't. Get the knowledge you need to lose weight. Once again, you do not need me for any of this. You're going to have to take the time to look it up and figure it out for yourself. The problem of it is it gets a little bit complicated. Most doctors, I won't say most, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I would dare say there's probably only about 2 or 3 physicians in this area, in Joplin, Missouri, this whole surrounding area, out of about 400 physicians, even actually knows what the true definition of a calorie is. They don't know the basic unit of energy source. What is a calorie? And how to utilize that against you. They do not know the definition of a carbohydrate, a protein, or a fat. Oh, they have a vague idea of what it is, but they'd have to start thinking back to biochemistry in the days of their undergraduate study to understand what a true carbohydrate is and what is the meaning of that. How does this all work? How does this react to our bodies? And then is it a digestible carbohydrate or a non-digestible carbohydrate? Because there's different kinds of carbohydrates out there. And what is all this nonsense with healthy carbs, unhealthy carbs, healthy fats, healthy proteins? Too much information. People are on information overload, and what they need is the truth. This is what it means. Now, when you're armed with that information and have an understanding about it, and we just keep going over it and over it till you finally see the light, then it becomes a relatively easy journey. There's certain things out there that are hard passes you're just not going to be able to do ever again in your life. Then there's new avenues that open up that you're sitting there thinking, my God, I could have been doing this all along. Well, this is great. And it works because it's a math problem. Weight to me is a math problem. When you boil right down to it, it is all about the math. Oh, you can sit there and they say calories in, calories burn. At the end of the day, that is the final argument of what we're speaking of. Now, there's 10,000 variables that fall on top of that equation, but it is about the calories you take in and the calories you burn will determine your weight at the end of the day. Now, I get a lot of pushback from it, and I'm probably going to get a lot of pushback from these people, but I'm going to give you 6 million reasons why you're wrong. Pull up pictures from POWs from World War II. Show me a fat one. You show me a fat one, I'll say, well, he might have been under stress, which is why he's overweight. But it's going to be 1 out of 6 million. So I don't think it exists. So what has happened to those POWs in World War II? They didn't feed them. Well, then they all lost weight. So don't sit here and tell me I'm overweight because I'm stressed. Well, you're overweight because you're stressed and you're eating too much, okay? But the stress is not part of the weight. You don't think these guys were under stress, knowing they're going to be killed any day? Yeah, I think they had a little bit more stress in their lives than you probably did. Oh, I can't lose weight because I got PCOS or my thyroid shut down. Okay. You mean to tell me not a single captured POW had a thyroid problem? I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to believe that one today. So no, it's all about the calories they took in, the calories they burned determines your weight at the end of the day. And that is the truth. Now, we can argue about the stress and everything, but that has no bearing on the fact calories in, calories burned determines your weight. It's everything else you need to understand to do this.